Yo, Dope, how are you? Can you hear me? I just got a new mic. Hey, Dope, can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Yeah, yeah. Testing out this YouTube live was uh yeah. Thanks both of you stopping by. Glad to see you, Dope. Glad to see you, Stephen. Uh, um. Oh, Stephen, I got something to show you actually. I got a new Will Jack in. Let me grab it. Yeah, this actually just landed. Trying to work it in. Yeah, it's this Harley Quinn. Oh, man, it's a foil. It's really hard. Let me turn this off. Might be a little bit easier. Yeah, with the foil, it's almost impossible on the camera. Can you see it at all? Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I just got a new microphone and uh was tomorrow I'm doing a giveaway. I don't know if you guys saw and I'm going to do it live. And for some reason, the StreamYard isn't working for me. It's like not allowing me to register. There's a problem with my Google account. So I'm going to do it on here live. And like if you want to register for it, it's going to be curated. So it's going to be like specifically for the person who wins. I'm going to try to make sure it's specific to your tastes. So like whatever you like, that's what I'm going to try to make it. Like I think it's gonna be one slab and then two or three raw books, and I'm going to basically everybody that entered, I'm going to put their names into a hat. It's there's one video on if you go to my page where it says win win, and it's got like a finger or a pen drawing, and just comment on there. And anybody that's subscribed and comments is in, and I'm just going to literally live put all the names in a hat and just draw it, and that'll be the person that wins. And yeah, it's been kind of cool. A lot of people have subscribed. It seems like people like free comic books, it turns out. So that's been that's been pretty good. I went from like 55 subscribers to 66 overnight just from announcing a giveaway. Hey, how are you? Wow, got three people in here. I wasn't expecting anybody to show up, to be honest. But yeah, I'm glad everybody showed up. Um, yeah. Uh, did you say you checked out that Cruel Kingdom, Dope? I'm having beer, by the way. I love it. Like I've only read number one, so I'm a little bit behind on it. But the kind of twisted Snow White tale with the grumpy dwarf being the last dwarf left, and I just thought it was hilarious, and I really liked it a lot, and I just put an order in for number two, Epitaph. I don't not familiar with that one. Is that another EC title? Oh, I have something else that I like. That another thing I just read. this I Lie Popeye. Uh, oh, Epitaph from the Abyss. I have seen that. I saw the cover for it. I haven't read that one, but this is awesome. This Popeye story. It's like all the artwork is really cool, and it's like Popeye fighting like I don't know, like Dragon Ball Z kind of stuff, but he's like leveling up with spinach and fighting like creatures from the ocean, and Bluto is like that. It's exactly almost like Dragon Ball Z or something, but it's let me open it up and show you. It's I really like it a lot. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do, but yeah, it's like yeah, like Popeye, he yeah, he kind of eats the spinach and kind of levels up and fights these sea creatures, and it's yeah, it's this is really good. And yeah, all these different creatures he fights, um and the art is really really good. Uh I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I do. Hyde Street, is that another EC title? The other one, oh, Ghost Machine. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. The other one is, I had bought the Mark Spears Monsters books, but I bought them as cover buys. Like and then I just finally went back and started reading them, and they're really good too. And it's um yeah, I somebody told me that they were. I thought they were just going to be kind of corny, but but they're actually really well written, and yeah, I like them a lot. I know yeah, and you mentioned Tales of the Gunslinger. I really like that too. Uh, yeah, there are a handful of things that I've liked recently and that's good because there are so many things that I don't like. Like I'll start reading something and I'm just like, nah, man. I mean, I got that Lucky Devils and I just thought it was terrible. I mean, the covers are cool, but nah, that's not it. That's not one that's good. Another one I got that I want to start is this the Kill Lock. It's um so this was optioned recently, and it's something about like different types of like robots, and they're trying to survive like in some like apocalyptic universe, but they're like different types of robots. And I think it's going to be an animated series that's gonna be out. I haven't checked it out yet, but I ordered it when I heard about it. It sounded interesting to me. And and I finally read Ice Cream Man, which I know I'm like 10 years behind on that, but I bought a long box from a friend of mine, and he included that. Yeah, yeah, I saw you guys talking about Bug Wars. I haven't picked that up yet, but after seeing you guys talk about it this morning, I'm gonna probably check it out. Just give it a read. Yeah, I've been I kind of go back and forth between things I want to read or certain cover buys, like uh, variant kind of stuff that I'm collecting mainly as cover buys. So yeah, that's the first 25. I just got this, which is the first volume, and uh read it. I love it. Like it's again, I know I'm way behind, but I love it. I think it's yeah, it's one of the better kind of like horror things I've read in some time. And even though I know it's older, I was also late to like Nice House by the Lake, which I love, and I was also late to Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, which is like become like one of my new favorite comics, like one of my new favorite reads in a really long time. Maybe one of the best things I've read in last decade or something. I love Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. I wish there were more of them. Yeah, I actually just got this back, this variant. So it's like a negative space variant for Beneath the Trees #1. In fact, I described this to a friend of mine, and I got the trade paperback and let him read it. And yeah, I'm I also got a signed #1. They did like an EC version, like an EC cover version for #1. I got that, and I got a signed version. It's raw, but yeah, that's kind of the more recent stuff I've liked. And I've kind of gone back and I've started reading like the old Alan Moore Swamp Things, and went back, started reading Cerebus again, which I've read the whole series more than once, and it's a massive undertaking to do. But yeah, I've again, there's so much newer stuff that I get that I'm just disappointed with. Like I was collecting the Absolutes, all three of them, and all of them lost me. I kind of just lost interest, and same with like Ultimate Wolverine and some of these. I just nah, they just lose me. Yeah, me too. I love Man Thing and Swamp Thing. I've got I'll pull things down as we're talking about it. On my wall here, I've got like one side I've got some of my cooler raw books, and the other cooler slab books. But yeah, I got this Adventure into Fear. So the first Man Thing in his own title, or his own like title story, and I got this this Phantom Stranger, this specter of the stalking swamp, and this is like the prototype for Swamp Thing. So it was just like a prototype issue, and then yeah, got some Swamp Thing goodness. But I gave Helverine a shot, and I like the concept. I like the story, but I just couldn't get into the dialogue. I just thought the way they were talking and stuff, I just didn't like it. I think I have the first 2 issues. I've got like a couple really cool covers for it too. Like I've got the Scotty cover and stuff. I like the artwork, and I like the concept, and it's 2 of my favorite characters. Like yeah, I got a that um the I just yeah, I just couldn't get into that one. Marvel in general, I've had trouble recently with Marvel. I more recent Marvel. I was collected Marvel growing up. Yeah, I love Ghost Rider, the Hulk too. The Hulk is what, in fact, I have a version. So the very first comic book I ever got. This isn't it. I had to rebuy this, but I was like 3 years old, and the comic where I learned how to read was this Marvel Treasury Edition Hulk on the Rampage. So this is like, rebuy this. I had this, and I had a Howard the Duck one. So that's yeah, kind of always been a thing for me. Hey Carson, how are you? But yeah. Oh really? Which one is 377? I don't remember which one that is. I saw you have a Hulk #1 too, right? Dope. I think I saw you had a Hulk 1. Mm, yeah, it's McFarland, right? 377. Is that McFarland run? Wow, 1 through 6. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah. I mean, I loved monsters when I was a kid, and, yeah, and I still do. That's kinda why I like horror comics and why I gravitate toward that. A lot of my comics are horror, I have, obviously, in back of me, a lot of Golden Age horror. That's kinda what I'm into more than anything right now. Golden Age horror, Golden Age good girl. Yeah, that's what I really like, and that's where I've been kind of focusing on, this past year in particular. In fact, I've been selling off some other stuff to collect Golden Age. I have really uh, immersed myself in it, and I don't know if Steven's still here, but because of Steven and Alan mostly, I mean I was into pre-code horror, but like really into Golden Age, like learning about it. Um, yeah, Steven and Alan. Uh, uh, Steppo and Alan from uh, Comic Collector Geek. They they like know everything, and like they show just like the most amazing books, and yeah, it's really been it's like getting your PhD in Golden Age comics. Yeah, I don't think this. Yeah, I don't think this allows me to like let anybody in the stream. I don't know if I have to. Yeah, I don't know if I have to like pay extra or something for that. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Stream. I don't know. Um, but yeah, yeah. This was mostly just hanging out and kind of a proof of concept here. I had a microphone, and I keep getting comments in my videos that I don't speak into the microphone, or the microphone isn't loud enough. So I wanted to test this new mic, uh, since tomorrow night I'm going to be going live and doing the drawing. So good, good. Terrifying Tales 13. I don't remember that cover. I think this year I'm collecting the full Witch's Tales run, and I have most of them. Um, in fact, I just got one. Uh, I just got this. I just got this Witch's Tales number 7 from the Northland Pedigree collection, and an 8.5. So I got this, but it had the blue label on it at an auction on Comic Link, and but I just sent it in to be reslabbed so I could get the fancy gold label. So it just came back this week, and I'm really really stoked about it. It looks great with the cool gold label and the pedigree thing, and it's like one of those wall books now that it's got the gold label on it. I have that in back of me. You see, here, yeah, that's that's the big one. Once you get that, the other witches' tales are kind of like uh they're easier. It's the rest are not that expensive. That's kind of the big one is yeah, the head and the bell, and it's one of my favorite covers like ever. Uh, but yeah, I think I mean what I'm going after this year. I'm gonna get a Hulk 181 at some point this year, the Witch's Tales run, but the one I'm really looking for, and I might, I was at a company, and the company was purchased by a much bigger company, and they're gradually paying all of our stock. And so this, in increments, and I have a big payout coming. And um, oh yeah, Mask 1 and 2 would both be good. Yeah, I love LB Cole, but I think I'm gonna try for a Black Cat 50. And I mean, it'll be in a low grade, but I mean, as long as it's attached and the cover's okay, I don't care. I don't care if it has chipping. I don't care if pages are torn on the inside or the back, or something. As long as the cover looks good and everything's attached, it's still going to be it'll still be the most expensive book I ever buy. But Black Cat 50, my dream is Punch 12, but I'm never getting a Punch 12 or a Tech 27 or something like that. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I think for Golden Age specifically, you buy the book, not the grade. All the people uh, who, I mean, a lot of these back that I have, like my Crime Suspense Stories is a 1.8. My Witch's Tales 25 is a 1.0, but they look great. Or the Captain Marvel Junior here, the Eye Popper. I think that's a 1.5 or 1.8, but yeah. Or I've got the Nightmare on top uh, that's not very high. The Beware is actually pretty good grade, and so is that Shock Suspense Stories. But the other ones are more low grade, and yeah, I as long as the cover looks good for a Golden Age book, and it's not falling apart, or I'm good. That's what I like, actually. Uh, so yeah, yeah, I'm completely on board with buying the book and not the grade when it comes to the Golden Age or Silver Age keys. I think that's kind of where I'm, you know, like if I'm going to make a big purchase, that's what I want is Golden Age or a Silver Age key. Probably the only exception might be a Hulk 181, and that's just more nostalgia. I had one when I was a teenager, and I sold it when I was in the military uh, to buy Christmas presents. So I've always kind of wanted to replace it, and I think this year I'm gonna make an attempt to replace that. Yeah, that was one, and the other one that I wanted to replace that I did replace this last year was this. I this is another book I sold when I had it when I was a teenager, and I sold it when I was in the military, and uh, was finally able to replace it this year after a very long time. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I was a Punisher guy in my late teens. Like late teens, I collect a lot of Punisher, and the thing was, like, I most of the time I collected when I was young, I was not into Spider-Man until McFarlane took it over, and I had like the whole McFarlane run. In fact, I still have my uh, over on this side up here. I have my original issue of ASM 300 that I bought when I was a kid. I still have it. It's yeah. I've held on to this one all these years. Like I sold some of my other ones. I've kept this that I bought from my local comic shop when I was a teenager, and yeah, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's still nice. I mean, it still presents really nice. ASM 50, is that the Spider-Man No More? Is that the red Romita cover, like first Kingpin? Is that? I don't remember ASM 50. I Is it the one I'm thinking of? The red cover Spider-Man No More? Oh yeah, yeah. Spider-Man where it's the Romita cover where he's turning his back, and yeah, first Kingpin. Yeah, it's great for three reasons. It's a great cover. It's is it the first Romita too? Is it the first John Romita? I know it's first Kingpin. It's the classic cover, and I think it's the first John Romita, right? I might be wrong. I know there's like three reasons why it's a special book. It's yeah, one of the most highly collectible books. Oh, 39. What is the third thing I'm thinking of? Classic cover. Oh, classic storyline, right? That's the other thing is it's yeah, it's classic story, classic cover, and classic um and the first appearance of the Kingpin. So yeah, like those are the three reasons. Yeah, I don't know. I don't always know I don't always keep track well of like first um artists, like when a first time an artist or first time a writer. I'm not great with those as far as keys go. I know covers pretty well, and as far as key significance and first appearances, but I'm not great with knowing the first time an artist or first time an author or a writer appears. It's kind of a hole a hole in my knowledge. But actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna get going too. But yeah, thanks for coming on and talking for a bit and helping me check this mic out. Again, you should apply. Drop a comment on that one video, and then you get entered in the drawing. And I'm drawing tomorrow, and it should be cool because it's going to be something specific for the person who wins. I'm going to make sure I'm sending it. It's not going to just be my garbage. It's going to be something cool for that person. Round and dope. Have a great rest of your evening. Anyone else still on? Bye. I'm gonna check out here, but yeah, thanks for stopping by, everyone. Bye bye.